Today we will be making the sunflower crochet bucket hat. This is actually a matching item that goes with the sunflower tote bag. So because we already learned how to make this exact granny square, it's the same exact instruction. We're gonna go a little bit faster into today's tutorial. If you need a slower demonstration, just go ahead and refer back to the tote bag. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm using weight 4 yarn in dark brown, mustard yellow, yellow, and deep green. You'll also need scissors, and I'm using a 3.5mm hook. Go ahead and get started with a slip knot. And then after your slip knot, we're going to chain 4. And then I'm going to slip stitch to join. Instead of this step, you can make a magic circle. From here, we're going to chain up 4. This chain 4 does count as a stitch. It actually counts as a treble crochet. So from here, we're going to insert 15 treble crochet into the circle you just created, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. Here we are at the end of the round with 16 stitches. We're going to insert our hook at the top of the chain 4 and join with a slip stitch to end off the round. And then you're going to chain up 1 and cut your work. Go ahead and take your hook and insert it under any one of the treble crochet, and take your second color and attach it. So just throw it over your hook like that. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Then you're going to yarn over and chain 3. This chain 3 does count as a double crochet. So in this same treble crochet that you just inserted your new color in, we're going to insert a cluster stitch. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're going to do that one more time. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook, and you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops, and chain 1 to complete your cluster stitch. We're going to insert 1 cluster into each of the treble crochets. So the following clusters are a little bit different than the first one. I'm going to show you how to do it. So you're going to yarn over and insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and you're going to repeat that 2 more times because these clusters didn't have that chain 3 at the beginning. So you need to do 1 extra one. So at this point, you'll actually have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 4 and chain 1. So you're going to repeat this cluster that we just completed in all of the treble crochet, and I'll meet you here at the beginning of the round, and you should have 16 clusters in total. So you should have just finished your last cluster with a chain 1. And we're just going to slip stitch to join in that first chain and chain up 1 and cut our work to end off this round. From here, the next round is a pretty similar method than what we just completed. So you're going to attach your hook, but you're going to attach it in the chain 1 space, and take your 3rd color and attach the yarn the same way we did before, and we're going to chain up 3. This time, we're doing what we just did in the previous row, but with 4 stitches in the cluster, okay? So we're going to yarn over, insert a hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, insert a hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and one last time, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and you'll have 4 loops on your hook. And that chain 3 did count as a stitch, just as it did before. Yarn over, pull through all the loops, and we're actually going to chain 2. And I'm going to show you what the next cluster looks like. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and repeat that for a total of 3 more times. This time you will have 5 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through all 5, and chain up 2. So you repeat this cluster we just did in all of the chain 1 spaces. I'll meet you at the start of the row, and you should have a total of 16 clusters again. After your 16th cluster, you should be here just finishing up at your chain 2. And as usual, we're going to slip stitch to join at the top of the first stitch, chain up 1, and cut our work. Now that we completed our final flower row, we will take our main color and attach it. So we're working in the chain 2 spaces now, attached just as usual. This time we are actually going to chain up 4. We're going to chain 1. And for the next chain, we are actually going to take the tail end of yarn just to make sure it's more secure and complete a chain with the tail end. Then you're going to tighten it to make it secure and continue the following 2 chains with the yarn coming from the ball. This chain 4 does count as a treble crochet. We're going to work 2 more treble crochet into this chain 2 space. From here, we're going to chain 1, and in the next 3 chain 2 spaces, we're going to insert 3 double crochet. None of the stitches in this main color are clusters. They are regular, separate, individual single crochets. So one more time, I'm going to show you chain 1 and insert 3 double crochets into that chain 2 space. Chain 1, and one more time, 3 double crochet into that chain 2 space, chain 1, and now I'm going to show you how to complete a corner. So the corners are made with triple crochet, so that's yarn over twice, do your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. You're going to do that 2 more times. And then you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do 3 more. All of these treble crochet are in that same exact chain 2 space, and then chain 1 to finish out your corner. You'll have something that looks like this. So continue to follow the pattern. It's 3 sets of 3 double crochets in the chain 2 spaces. And then in this 4th chain 2 space, you make the corner, which we just did over here with treble crochet. And I'll meet you around here at the start of the row. So you may have gotten here and it may look a bit confusing what to do right over here, but you've just met yourself back at your corner. So after your chain 1, you're simply just going to insert those 3 treble crochets in that same chain 2 space that you started in. Then you're going to chain 1 and slip stitch to join at the beginning of the round. Chain up 1 and cut your work. Only cut your work if this is your first square. If it's not your first square, keep the yarn attached, and then you're going to go ahead and join your squares, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So I already have 2 of my squares connected. I connect them with a single crochet going down like this. So I'm just going to show you how I get this done. So I'm going to take another square that I just completed, and I'm going to take my hook out of here. I'm going to insert my hook into that chain 1 space and then into the loop. Now I'm going to pull up a loop and chain 1. And from here, I'm just going to line up all the stitches and insert 1 single crochet into each and every stitch in the square that's in front and the square that's behind. And I'm just going to do this until I meet the next chain 1 space all the way down here. So just wanted to pop in to say that even when you get to the chain 1 spaces like this, you do insert a single crochet into those stitches as well. So I'm at the very end, and the last stitch that I insert is under the chain 1 space in the front square and the chain 1 space in the back square. And after that, I chain up 1 and cut my work. Then you have something that looks like this. Just make sure when you're joining, you have all of your single crochets on the same side, because they are a little bit raised, so it will be pretty obvious if you have them mismatched and not facing the same way. You do need 5 of these squares in total, but the 5th square will be attached alongside the top of all of the squares we have here. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So start with inserting your hook into the chain 1 space, then insert your hook into the loop because you did not chain up 1 and cut, and pull up your loop and chain 1 to connect as we did before. So now line up your square and single crochet all the way down, attaching these 2 sides together. Okay, just wanted to show you now, just a quick reminder to always go under those chain 1 spaces, so on both sides, insert a double crochet for them. Now we are at the next portion of the squares. So we just attached over here. Now this side is going to come and connect over to this side. All you really have to do is line everything up and continue doing exactly what you were doing. So again, I start in those 2 chain 1 spaces on both sides of the squares, and I just single crochet all the way down. We have another side connected. So again, you're going to take this side and attach it here. You just fold it like that and attach again. With 3 sides completed, we just have 1 more side to do. So this side is going to come down here, and again, single crochet across. I hope you can see what we clearly just did. This was that 5th square, and we just made single crochet all the way around. Now we're here at this opening. You can see the dome of the hat is coming together. Next, we're going to single crochet down this way just to close off the hat. I'm gonna go ahead and take this yellow color and attach it here just where we cut the yarn. I'm gonna insert my hook in any one of the double crochet, and I'm going to attach with a single crochet. I'm gonna go ahead and insert 1 single crochet in every single stitch, and I'm gonna meet you at the beginning of the round. The next color I'm going to use is this one. Go ahead and attach. I usually like to attach wherever there's a single crochet stitching. And this row we are going to chain up 3 because we will be doing double crochets. So we are also increasing here. So insert 2 double crochet and then 1 double crochet, and repeat that in the entire round. So 2 double crochet in 1 stitch and then 1 double crochet in the next stitch. And I'll meet you at the end of the row. I just did an increase, but I have 1 more stitch. So I'm just going to go into it with 1 double crochet, and then I'm going to slip stitch to join and chain up 1 and cut your work. And I'm going to attach just where we finished so I can work in that tail end. And I'm going to chain up 3 for double crochet row. And like I just said, it's just 1 double crochet in every stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of the round. So I'm going to slip stitch to join and end off the row by chaining up 1. If you have more yarn, cut your work. I don't, so I'm not going to. And now your project is completed. Go ahead and weave in your ends. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.